Welcome to the Daily Devotional Podcast with author, pastor, and speaker Zach Maldonado, a podcast about helping you know and enjoy Christ each day.
There's a really popular message in Christianity, and what it's done, I think, to many of us is it's twisted the message of God's love for us. And essentially what we hear week in and week out is we need to love God more. We need to serve God more. We need to give more. We need to do more so that we can show Him how much we love Him. And so if you didn't notice, the title of this podcast episode is Stop Trying to Love God More. Really, just stop trying to love God more. I think that's a bad message. Here's why. Jesus tells us this new command. He says, I'm going to give you this new way to live, this new instruction. Many of us are quoting from the Old Covenant and the Old Testament when we say things like, you need to love God more, need to love God more, need to love God more. And God's economy is different. Actually, He says you need to if you're going to try to do anything, try to receive more of my love. Try to bask in my love. Try to understand my love more, but don't try to love me more. He says, a new command I give to you, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. So He says, in the same way that I have loved you, meaning after you have received my love for you, then you love one another out of an overflow of my love for you. So here's what God does. He fills our hearts with His love, Romans 5:5. He says that we have an undying love for Him in Ephesians 6. He says that we can do His will from our heart. So God's fully equipped us and He's fully given us everything we need to love other people. And when we love other people, that means to love Him. To love God is to love other people, but also to love God is to love yourself. To love God is to receive His love. You want to honor God, you want to glorify God, then understand and know how much He loves you. Receive all that He's already given you in Him, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, do you realize how loved you are by God? Maybe we should stop trying to love God more and we should start trusting in the great love that He has for us. Maybe we should stop focusing all of our attention and effort on trying to do all these things for God. And instead, why don't we just stop and just trust in the amazing love that He's lavished on us? Maybe we should look around and see all that He's done for us. I mean, that's like Mary and Martha, right? And so the message isn't about us trying to love God more. No. The message is, will you trust that God loves you? And the fruit of that is that you're going to love people, that you're going to love God, of course. But He says, a new command I give to you. Receive His love, and then from that overflow, you love. You can't give someone something you don't have, right? And God has given us everything we need. And a lot of times we just need to come and we need to fill up on the great love of God. We need to fill up on His amazing affection for you and I. And so if that's the message you've grown up believing, I want you to know the truth of the matter is that God loves you and that you're not doing things in order for God to love you. And so stop trying to love God more and start trusting that He already loves you. And I promise you, the fruit is you're going to love other people. You're going to love God. Of course you are. That's what you want. You've got the new heart that wants to do that. But I just hope this encourages you today that our focus doesn't need to be on the great love that we have for God. Our focus is on the great love that He has for us. Our focus and our effort today doesn't need to be on trying to do more or accomplish more or love God more. Our focus needs to be on just His unending love for us. God has an undying love for you. His love has no expiration. You cannot exhaust God's love for you. He never, ever gets tired of loving you.
You've been listening to the Daily Devotional Podcast with Zach Maldonado. Join us each day for a new devotional that will help you know and enjoy Christ. For more great content from Zach, including his books, sermons, and more, check out ZachMaldonado.com.